My game doesn't crash this time. Welcome everybody back to the second game here. It's probably going to show up as the third game on the schedule unless I change it. But this is going to be the JJJ Knights versus the CWC Fireballs. Jarring Juggernauts versus the Chosen. We have Charwell joining me, and he has business to attend to a little bit later, so we're fitting his game in now. Charwell, how are you doing?
Pretty good. Pretty good Halloween so far.
Nice. I'm glad to hear. Charwell, this is another rematch of Week 1. That's what this week's theme is. Week 1, this was a pretty comfortable win for you, I'd say. Probably one of the more comfortable ones of the week. 8-5 on the road against JJJ, I believe at this very stadium. Double MVPs, Brown Critter and Monty Mole. So we're heading back there for round 2 of the Brothers, what is it, the Brothers Series? Brothers Derby. Mario versus Luigi. Some star players to keep an eye out for. Yellow Yoshi, probably one of the bigger surprises. Hasn't been doing a lot with the bat, but he's just so damn fast. Blue Pianta and Daisy are probably going to be the two big difference makers when it comes to the bats, but don't sleep on some of these babies, especially Baby Daisy. Bottom of the order is going to be the most important. I want to see anytime 4 of these guys are up, 2 of them getting hits. Ideally, if they want to win, especially if they want to keep up with a lineup like this. Wiggler and Mario. Mario's been pretty good for sitting at the bottom of the order. Wiggler, perhaps disappointing outside of his duties as a pitcher. But top of the order has been as advertised. And this Monty Mole and Mies in the center has been pretty elite. That outfield, I mean, we've seen a lot of great defensive outfielder play this year. I think he's probably my vote for best defensive outfielder, but it's close. It's close. And this is going to be a big decider for that. He's facing off against maybe one of his biggest rivals in that area. So let's go ahead without further ado. We're headed to Mario Stadium Day for Game 2 of our divisional rounds here on All Hallows Eve. Charwell starting off in the field. Wiggler on the mound, and due up first for us, it's going to be Baby Daisy. As we start off top of the first here at scenic Mario Stadium. Cool fall air coming in, but still only gets down to about 50 at night, maybe 55 even. Baby Daisy lines out shortstop for the first out of the inning. I mean, really, what's more romantic than October baseball? Ball 1 in to Yellow Yoshi, batting second here for the Knights. And will be their first runner to get aboard? No! Excellent backup on Girl Lomit on the bobble, rarely happening by Brown Critter. Luigi sends one that out to right field that's going to roll to the wall. He has some wheels and he's going to make it to second. Throw's not in time. Cutoff throw goes to third instead. So 2 out, double by Luigi. Brings up Daisy. No item to help her, but she's gotten it done with the bat before. One of the only players on this team to have a home run. She charges up for strike 1. Strike 2, down the middle. Hard hit to left field. It's deep. Monty Mole's on his way over. Is he there in time? He is. A 2-out masterpiece. Monty Mole got on his treadmill. Scooby 2 with the grab. Monty Mole with the assist. And this game stays scoreless despite quite the swing from Daisy. Very good hustle. I heard you say it in there, Charwell. Blue Critter now due up to start off the game for the Chosen. He's going to get aboard with a single. Not going to get past that yellow mound in center field. Yellow Yoshi. Kincaid rule batting with 1 on. No out. Sends one to center field. Not the best contact, actually. Not even going to make it halfway to the warning track as Yellow Yoshi's under that for out 1 of the inning. Brings up the league's defending MVP. I said last week I wouldn't bring it up anymore, but, I mean, the title is his until somebody else wins it. All-Star voting opening later this week, most likely. Keep an eye out for that. Brown Critter aboard with a single. 2 on, 1 out for Scooby 2, the hero of that game against the Babies last week. Ball 1 in. Luigi loves to work the strike zone. Now, curveball doesn't break. Not the best contact, and a nice double play on the pickup from the item. 4-6-3, the put away blue Pianta Daisy, Baby Peach. The game's scoreless coming out of the first. 4, 5, 6 hitters due up for the Knights. Blue Pianta swings on the first hit, or on the first pitch, and gets aboard with a single despite a nice relay of Scooby to Brown Critter Pseudo there. That almost gets the out. So leadoff runners aboard for Blue Noki, but now we're at that part of the lineup that I was saying I want to see a lot more out of, and this is exactly why, as Blue Noki, despite having wheels, cannot outrun the double play, the PD Piranha classic of the flop onto the base and the throw over to the other. That will bring up 2 outs, none on for Baby Luigi, who doesn't get aboard on the diving catch from Brown Critter.
Goat.
Game still scoreless. Bottom of the second, Monty Mole up. This could be another one where we could cut the tension with a knife if the defense continues to hold like this. Monty Mole tries to get around on that, but that's a... Oh, I've never seen that!
Oh.
Fly ball to right field should have been easy to handle. That wasn't an error from Baby Mario. It actually bounced off the item. It hit a banana and bounced it fair. So that brings up the leadoff runner, but around the horn, 5-4-3, Baby Daisy gets it over to second, to first, and goes around the horn for the double play. 2 outs now to Pseudo. You know, we talked a lot about Red Koopa getting married in the offseason. Pseudo got engaged. Good for him. Congrats to him and his family. And he's aboard with another little piece there. Nice hitting. Base hit and left field. Now Wiggler, I know we've been talking about wanting to see him do more with the bat, and he will. He has the legs to get all the way to second.
Okay.
No, Pseudo plays for Charwill. Pseudo is on third right now. Yeah, he's the me. Double brings runners to second and third, and Mario hits one to deep center field. If that one's out, Baby Mario has to get going. It might die at the wall. It's fair! You can't get it before it bounces off the wall. That's going to score both runners and send Mario to second, and that's a rough piece of defense from Yellow Yoshi and Baby Mario. Pseudo scores, Wiggler scores, and Mario takes Wiggler's place at second. 2 out double. About as far as you can hit it and still keep it in the park for Mario. A clutch piece of hitting for Mario. Final out of the inning on a nice home run robbery attempt against Blue Critter by Yellow Yoshi and Baby Mario. And the audience, I mean, they are letting them hear it here at Mario's Stadium. Pseudo was headed to the clubhouse, and a fan in the bleachers was saying something about how he couldn't make it to the Cubs. So he had to play for the Chosen. How do you feel about that, Charlie?
Please don't heckle my players.
Charles despondent. A lot of fans still. I mean, they love to see the defense out there, lauding Yellow Yoshi and Baby Mario's work out there. And now some more work to laud. Baby Peach aboard with a nice little single into right field. Baby Mario now batting with 1 on. And he gets a single up through the center of the infield, out to center field. First 2 runners are aboard, and now we're back around to the top of the order. And that's exactly what I was saying. I want to see each time they're up, 2 of that bottom 4 get aboard. And that's exactly what they'll do. Baby Daisy now gets aboard and loads the bases. Yellow Yoshi has full synergy, the star player buff, and charges up on it, sends it out into left field. This is going to score multiple runs. That hits the wall. The attack from Monty Mole, the throw's not in time. Safe at the plate. Runners at the corners. Yellow Yoshi sends a line drive out to the wall in left center field. The throw from Scooby-2 assisted by Monty Mole, not in time to tag Baby Mario at the plate. Baby Peach easily scores from third. That leaves Yellow Yoshi at first, Baby Peach on third, Luigi at the plate, and this game tied. No outs, top of the third. Luigi not going to get this one out of the infield, and Yellow Yoshi's speed might have been his undoing there, as he's halfway to second by the time Blue Critter's on the ground. Two outs. Tie or go ahead run on third, represented by Baby Daisy. The batter, Daisy. Had a home run robbed from her earlier. She won't have a go ahead RBI though. The weakly hit single, ground ball up between the third baseman and the shortstop, is critical. Baby Daisy running on contact. Daisy's aboard with a huge RBI single there. Blue Pianta now aboard. Swings for contact, and he'll reach safely unless... No, there's no throw.
Boy,
Runners back on first and second. Blue Noki, then the bottom three hitters up again. Blue Noki charging up, takes the strike on the outside. Now crowds the plate. Swings for contact, weakly hit to shortstop, and that will end the inning. But Wiggler's not happy with himself. Still has the stamina to keep going, but now will have the loss unless his team can add some run support here. Starting with King K. Rool. I think something notable to talk about, King K. Rool loves swinging up on hits like these, but look at where that one landed. Yellow Yoshi's tracking it down, but that one makes it to the wall, and King K. Rool's aboard with a single. And a couple weeks ago, or I guess a week ago, King K. Rool, his most pivotal piece of that comeback was contact hitting, was getting aboard. And I think he's had to do a lot more of that this year, but it's paid off, and it might pay off here. Brown Critter, hard hit out towards the scoreboard. It's over Yoshi's head. Go ahead, home run. Flips the scoreboard 3-2 to 4-3 in an instant. A line drive to deep, deep, deep center field, bounces off the lower right quadrant of the scoreboard. The Fireball's back on top. Older brother winning 4-3 in the Mario vs. Luigi Classic. Out at shortstop for out number one of the inning is Scooby-2. That will bring up Monty Mole. Two more me's behind him. Slap hit for Monty Mole over to the second baseman, who's left with a bomb for his troubles, but will come away with the second out and bring up Girl Lamit to the plate. Change up. In for strike one. Nice sliding play by Daisy. Throws that one from her knees to first base for the final out of the inning. 2 runs allowed. Puts the Fireballs back in the lead. Knights have the bottom of the order due up. Baby Luigi looks to tee up, but takes the first pitch in the zone for strike one. Softly hit to the shortstop for the first out of the inning on pitch number 2, bringing up Baby Peach, and this is my nightmare. Huh?
Oh.
Okay. So what's the contingency for this?
I
think the thing that
know.
makes the most sense is we replay it. So it's the top of the 4th. We could do a 3-inning game, 4 or 5. Well, it'd have to be 4. So we'd have to do this real janky-like, but I can keep track of this.
just keep track of the score for...
And then I think I have to stop for tonight because if my computer's going to do this, I can't trust it. But we'll try to get through the next. Okay, so let's see. It's going to be... We're just going to start... Is it fair, since you're one of the people involved, that it's Baby... We'll just start at the top of the 4th?
I'm okay with that.
It would... The only thing it would erase would be that first out from Baby Luigi.
Okay.
Oh my god, wait. My computer's shutting down.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. My computer's just taxed to shit, I guess. Okay, well, the scariest thing that can happen on Halloween is tech issues.
So,
if my computer's crashing anyways, and we're already in a weird spot, I think the thing that makes the most sense to do is probably end this stream here, figure out what's wrong with my computer, and ask both owners how they want to resolve this game. That makes sense to you, Charwell?
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
I'm sorry for the flaccidity. That was shaping up to be a real good one.
Nice.
All right, welcome back, everyone. Not sure where I'm going to put this in the VOD, but this is the resumption of Week 4, Game 2. JJJ at Charwill, chosen 3 to 4, top of the 4th. As I was mentioning, never had a crash before. Scariest thing that could have happened on Halloween did happen. So what we're going to do for this scenario, I have Charwill here. He's agreed to the terms. If you want to say hi to the VOD, Charwill.
Hello.
So, we are going to pick this back up as the beginning of a new first to 5 game with the lineups only altered so that the people that would have batted are batting. Instead of having to worry about the 1 out that had happened, Baby Luigi in the top of the 4th, we're just going to give him another swing at it and say whatever, fair game. But we are going to play this as if we're resuming from the top of the 4th. So I'm going to manually score this, and that means a couple things. First of all, this game could potentially end after the bottom of the 6th, which means if it does, we won't have MVP data for this game. Shouldn't make a difference officially, but just keep that in mind if you use that for all-star voting. Additionally, it means in order to technically tie this game, it wouldn't go to extra innings. It would be, what would it be? It would have to be a 1-0 lead or like a 2-1 lead for the Knights over the Fireballs to send it to quote-unquote extra. So we would have to play a 1-inning runoff game instead. So this might get a little weird. Let's see if it does. But we were in the middle of a pretty good one. I won't sit too much on it. I think let's just get right back out there, right, Charles?
Hell yeah.
I will do my best to keep the score bug in the bottom right updated since the 1-in game will not be. Some highlights. Was a lot of small ball. I believe 1 or 2 big home runs, though.
Critter had one.
Yeah, I was going to say, was it brown or blue critter? I want to say blue critter.
It was brown.
Ah.
His K roll was on base. Brown critter brought him home.
Gotcha. So we're picking back up at the top of the 4th. And once again, Luigi's lining out. And that will keep the timeline intact. So we are back on track. And this is 4-3. Fireballs to Knights, regardless of what the score says. Top of the 4th. And that'll be the second out of the inning as Baby Peach lines out to Brown Critter. Now Baby Mario, bottom of the order, and he sends one towering to deep left field. That one should die at the warning track, though. Monty Mole, no problem handling that one, despite a few bird marks from the Fireball late. All right.
Both of them.
Let me go ahead and sit on this text. And Pseudomax aboard with the leadoff single for Charwill here in the bottom of the 4th. That'll bring up Wiggler, then Mario. It's technically the bottom of the order, but a very strong bottom of the order. They chose to sandwich a lot of their, we'll say, weaker hitters towards the... Wait a second. Ooh, close to a home run there. Yeah, choose to bundle their weaker hitters in the middle, and that brings up Mario now with 2-1, none out, as Wiggler hits a line drive to the wall. Only ended up being a single. Could have been a home run. Now Mario bats against his brother. Captain versus captain matchup. With a chance to increase this lead, this phantom lead. Strike 1 for a 2-1 count. Now Luigi really working the outside of the zone, and Mario might draw a walk here. Counts 3-1. Let's see if he swings. He does, and he gets his pitch. It's out towards deep left center field. There's going to be an attempt by Yellow Yoshi. Assist by Baby Luigi, and that's the first out of the inning.
Makes it back safe.
They won on this stage in their first matchup, and a big reason why was this stage. But there, the lack of hazards, perhaps the dimensions aren't as kind to Mario. He's going to have to rely on a more traditional home run hitter to bring him home. 1 out. Runners on first and second for Blue Critter. And he jumps on the first pitch changeup. Now out to deep right field. Baby Mario going up with Yellow Yoshi assist, and that's out number 2. So it'll be Luigi versus King K. Rool in a 2-out situation to add some runs on here for Charwill. If you're just joining, we are picking up at a midway through. So Charwill technically already has the lead. This would be to increase the lead to either 5-3, 6-3, or potentially 7-3 if this gets disastrous for the Knights. Ball 1 on the outside. Now jams K. Rool a little bit, but that's going to be a nice contact hit base. A base hit for contact. Line drive out to center field, loads the bases for Brown Critter with 2 outs, and this is about as big of a moment as you can get for the reigning MVP. And he's robbed by Blue Pianta of a line drive out to right center field. The bases are loaded, and Luigi gets out of it. 3 left stranded. And that brings up the top of the order for the Knights, down 1. Ooh, Baby Daisy gets a board with a ground out to Brown Critter, but the pow block and her speed turns it into a leadoff double. And that's exactly what you want to see when you're, I mean, technically already down in this game, you know? Baby Daisy back to second, gets checked by Wiggler. They just saw her speed. Another quick player up. It's Yellow Yoshi. Star player. He chops one up to the through the gap, but it gets knocked down by Brown Critter. They try to double up Baby Daisy at second. No good. She's back on the tag. No Kiki Hernandez this time. And that brings up Luigi. His brother just started the first of the 3 outs when his team needed some RBIs. Now Luigi has a chance to get on base here, and he will. Runners are going to reach the corners. Luigi on first, Baby Daisy on third. And that brings up Daisy. Tying run at first, winning run at third. Hard hit out into left field. Out, that's for Scooby-Doo, and the quick throw. Or sorry, Scooby-2. I know he hates that. The quick throw keeps Baby Daisy at third. Blue Pianta up, probably one of their best hitters for the Knights. 2 outs. Tying run on first, go-ahead run. Or sorry, go-ahead run on first. Tying run at third. 1 strike in. Contact hit. Bobbled by Blue Critter at the most inopportune time. This game's tied on the error from the typically dependable shortstop. And that you just hate to see it. I mean, you never want to score a run like that, but Blue Pianta, he gets it done however he can. Typically gets the ball out of the infield, but there, doesn't matter. Hits it with enough gusto. And now the dive for Brown Critter will end the inning, but even though this resumed to scoreboard says 1-0, we have a this is a 4-4 game now all of a sudden for the Knights. Scooby-2 up the bat. Tie game here. Both pitchers got some chance to rest, so they're on full stamina. They'll be able to go the distance if they have to. Monty Mole for the second out of the inning. Lines out to Daisy at shortstop. I'll bring up Girl Amit. Pseudomac behind her if she reaches base. She will. A nice piece of hitting up through second base towards center field. Yellow Yoshi cuts it off. Now Pseudomac. Takes ball 1 on the outside. Great eye. He's looking to tee up on these. Counts 1-1. Luigi places the curveball very well. Checks Girl Amit at first. Hard hit out to right field. Yellow Yoshi's there. He had the home run hit over his head earlier when we were talking about, I believe, defensive all-stars. But there, his speed makes the difference, keeps this game tied, and brings up the bottom of the order that came through in a big way. And baby Luigi does so again. Probably the start of this game so far between his defense and his offense. Bottom of the 5th now, I believe.
There we go.
Double play. Or sorry, no, this would be top of the 6th. So we're getting close here, and it's 4-4. And all of a sudden, a nice piece of hitting from Luigi to get a board, but double play in the ground out, and all of a sudden, it's tied in the bottom of the 6th. Oh, Wiggler chop shot over to right field. A board for the leadoff single lands just in front of Yellow Yoshi. Now Mario, had that home run robbed last time, would be huge here. If you could at least get a board. And he'll hit one over the head of second baseman Blue Pianta. First 2 runners reach, and that's the bottom of the order. It's going to bring up Murderer's Row. It's time to crock and roll. We're starting with Blue Critter, King K. Rool behind him. And then in the dugout, still Brown Critter. They might not need him. That one's hard hit out towards the right field wall. It's shallow enough for an attempt. Yellow Yoshi up. Baby Mario on the assist. Both runners forced to go back and tag. They've survived the first of their 3 critters. Luigi is hanging some of these pitches, but he is trusting his outfield. And so far, star player Yellow Yoshi has probably been the acquisition of the season for this Knights team that is hanging on to playoff hopes. Luigi once again hangs a breaking pitch, but that's strike 1 on the outside of the plate. Now ball on the outside of the plate for even count 1-1. And Luigi goes to a rare cyclone pitch, trying to force the weak contact from K. Rool. Foul ball pulled weakly down the third base line. Ball 2. 2-2 the count. Payoff pitch. Ball 3. Base full count. 1 out. Runners on first and second. Change up down the middle. It's a slap hit into left field. Baby Luigi's not going to get there. It's going to reach the wall. Runs are scoring. Wait, a buddy throw. Not going to catch the runner. Wiggler scores. That ties up the scrimmage, but it puts Charwell back into the lead for the full game. 5-4. And that's Yellow Yoshi and Baby Luigi are my 2 MVPs, but Baby Luigi's lack of speed out in the outfield, or I guess breakaway speed, ends up costing the Knights. Now only 1 out, the reigning MVP up, and in the hole again is Luigi. Runners on first and third, and he might have just broke the dam. Brown Critter hits a towering shot out towards the wall. For the second out of the inning, Mario's going to tag. Might be a play at the plate. There isn't. 6-4 now the score for Charwell. Great situational baseball. Brown Critter knew that he didn't need to hit it out of the park necessarily. His job was to get runs in. So yeah, send it deep. Get that sac fly in. 6-4, 2 outs. Scooby 2 going to do a nice piece of contact hitting. Yellow Yoshi takes a Koopa Shell for his troubles. King K. Rool advances to second. That brings up Monty Mole, 2 out, 2 on. And this Triple Me lineup, I mean, Charwell was one of the best teams in the league as Monty Mole flies out to end the inning. The Chosen were one of the best teams in the league before they made the change, and now I think they might even be even better. Top of the 7th, so they need 2 runs. It needs to be 3-2 by the end of this inning, or this is over. It will be a very anticlimactic ending because I don't really have any like fanfare prepared. Baby Daisy might have just saved us from it. Does that one drop? No, the bananas don't force the error. Monty Mole stands firm, catches the fly ball in deep center field for the first out from Baby Daisy. Now Yellow Yoshi jumps on the first pitch, and no error from him this time. Blue Critter with the diving catch. So the final hope is going to be Luigi. Strike 1. Hard hit left field. That's going to be slicing. That might be gone. Oh, it's dying at the wall. No, Monty Mole's in time. That's the final out of the game. Oh, God. That home run hung in the air forever, and Monty Mole took a sweet time, but he knows his stuff. Sends up Scooby-2 at the last second for the last out, and this game ends 6-4 after Fireballs outpaced the Knights 2-1 in the postponed resumption. Charwell, I know it's a little bit anticlimactic just having to stop the game like this, but how are you? That has to be one of the weirdest situations to be involved in league history.
Yeah, it was a little strange, but I mean, still came out with the win. So
Man, oh man. It's still great game, I think. I would love to see both these teams rematch in the playoffs.
if we were to give an MVP, it would probably be Brown Critter for the 2-run homer yesterday.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
fair.
who else you could really give it to. And then
I'll
he
give him
got
I'll
the
give him
RBI
MVP
today.
honors. It's your call as the coach to award it. All right, let's
Yeah,
start.
and then he